Oh. Oh, this is like... These are two classic combinations, like Storm Pugna versus Bat Silencer. You hit the lasso, you can just press global if you want to, and that just shuts down all play from the Pugna to save people. So I think both these drafts are good, but I like the response Talon has, because I will say Storm Pugna is a more traditional combination. We see it more often, and this is a good response to it.
I like that they didn't just go back to the wind. They're like, I think that's probably what they were deliberating. They're like, okay, is this hero overpowered enough that we want to pick it again in the first phase, or will the Silencer get through to the second phase? And I could see Team Liquid banning it, because I do feel like Silencer is one of the best, probably the best position 5 answer to the Spirits right now, and then to Pugna as well, because it's counter initiator, and then like you said, Bat Rider, like any hero that wants to just have a free initiation, free team fight. That's what the global is for. So
yeah, for sure. And wind is not your solution to a Storm Pugna opening anyway.
No.
It's not good enough of a hero in terms of playing versus the battery lineups, the gas station lineups, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. The Chinese meme. I mean, it's really caught on, you know. But Silencer is a great choice here.
So I have a question here. Like normally I'm supposed to be answering the questions, but there's a Lycan ban. I didn't know this hero was still in the game. Is this a warranted ban?
I guess for Silencer, it is.
Yeah, of course that was like the classic thing, but like I have not seen a Lycan in so long. Such a peculiar ban.
That is interesting. You are right.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I mean, no doubt it's good versus Silencer. Bat doesn't particularly like playing against it either, even though it's kind of okay. You can fly over high grounds where Lycan can't go, but just seeing Lycan even contested is kind of wild for me.
I'm looking at the heroes.
How does Underlord do again?
Legion Commander. I was gonna say I was gonna mention Legion because like you can't reflect the duel. In fact, you just get double duel victory if you end up doing that one. But then you're picking Legion Commander, which is one of your tiers of offlaners here. Is that a good tier to be in?
It's one of the schools of thought.
Yeah.
I think she's good. I think she's good.
So just to be
she's actually pretty
player?
She's pretty OP.
She's very good.
It is an offlane anti-mage.
She's very good because the dispel is valuable too.
I literally warned them only versus Medusa. So they didn't heed my warnings.
This
there.
Effie's prediction actually.
I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. He got okay, but still, I think the Elsie is a great pick. Lanes well versus anti-mage, and you have the dispel from Elsie on the lasso. You have the dispel on the shackle shot. You have the dispel on the RP. Like
and Silencer. It's like one of the highest win rate heroes against Silencer.
Like it is super high value for an Elsie dispel game. So I can understand why they went this route. But Collapse is still sad that the ogre didn't.
Yeah. Although Magnus should dumpster an Elsie in lane. I don't see Magnus losing that lane.
Losing it?
Yeah, you empower, you just
you won't.
farm, skewer her back.
Lose. I mean, is he gonna get dumpstered though?
I think so.
Okay, we'll see.
I don't think it'll be a
I feel like it's a 50-50.
I think Mag is so fucking
Can't you like swap the lanes around to make them favorable for you?
Yeah, you could safe lane the Legion against the anti-mage actually. But then you have a safe lane Legion and an off lane Morphling.
Yes.
Morph can't go to the offlane.
Dude, if Talon loses this game and then Jabz insists on another anti-mage tomorrow, like the worst thing that could have happened to this team is that
don't worry,
ultra
they're
kill.
playing today again.
Oh my god.
You gotta, you know, they're gonna have another 2 games today. So I hope we're in for a good game here. Doesn't matter who wins. Let's see how it plays out. Let's enjoy ourselves. And before we're enjoying the Dota, we're enjoying some Imperial Pandas.
Team Liquid versus Talon, and we're gonna see a repeat of the off-lane anti-mage, that dopamine hit that you just can't quit, Avery.
Is it? Is that what?
Apparently Jabz can't quit it.
I mean, Jabz just plays what he wants.
I just need one more mana void. Just one more mana void.
Are you doing a needle injection over there or what?
Didn't have to go that graphic, but that was the implication, yes. Talon gonna be doing the safe lane 23 Savage Magnus, which I'm a little bit inclined to agree with Jenkins. I think that hero is pretty damn good right now. In fact, they've got a lot of the really good heroes. I think Wind Ranger is pretty damn strong. Early Wind Run going to be leveled up to try and get Mikoto out of here, but he's slowed enough. Deny attempted, but missed. A little bit too late on that one. Nisha will claim the last hit.
Yeah, but look
blood.
at miCKe, man.
Well, what happened to miCKe?
He died.
Well, that's too bad for him.
He asked for help and nobody helped.
Help. What was he doing? I mean, his whole team was stacked on the other side. I feel like you don't risk.
Went to that
you know what?
Clifford.
They got first blood. They got 3 bounty.
Yeah, that doesn't matter at all. Feeding a little gold to an offlane anti-mage, right?
Yeah, well, what could go wrong?
What's the worst that can happen?
What is the worst that can happen? Do you agree with the running theory from our panel that offlane Animage is only good against Medusa?
Well, who said it?
Fear.
No.
Effie said it.
It's probably true.
Okay. Jenkins said it.
Well, Jenkins just says what other people say.
Yeah, that's true. He is a bit of a sheep.
I
Well,
think it's viable. I think this hero's actually kind of just a viable offlaner. Is that crazy?
it's a little.
Am I going insane?
Yeah, you're going crazy.
I think the Vanguard Diffusal build on offlane AM is kind of spooky. The hero's really tanky with the early magic resist versus some of these like heavy magic lineups like this one is.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to lane versus the Legion, which is probably the only real concern for AM in this game. It's still a great mana void target game with the Storm Spirit and the Morphling later on. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of just good here. Like, why not, right? You have Mag to give him Empower on top of it. You have another Universal Hero mid that's going to get empowered with the Wind Ranger, which Mikoto destroyed him with the Shackles last time. I feel like Talon are in a fine spot. I think this game is just, again, about execution here and about the lanes for Liquid. Like, can Liquid gain more early game momentum than they did last time? You do not want to pick Legion and lose the Legion lane. You do not want to pick Veno and lose the Veno lane. They put them both in the same lane, so now this is a lane you really don't want to lose. And it's going okay, but not amazing.
Yeah, because
so
they're
far.
matched up against the Ollie Silencer, which we've seen a number of times. I think both of us were pretty skeptical about it. I mean, I'm never really a big fan of Silencer.
I mean, what's wrong with Ollie Silencer?
I didn't say there was anything wrong with Ollie Silencer. If anything, it's a buff to Silencer, but it's still kind of a bad hero.
I mean, I'll tell you something. The best Silencer players are the smartest players.
Okay. Is that literally just a joke about int steal?
Yeah. But it's true. You have to be really smart to play this hero on support. Like, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
That was the joke. Okay, actually, you have to be because he's really slow, he's really clunky,
Yeah.
and he's super dependent on the first 5 minutes. So if you get the snowball going, if you get some early kills, you get the levels, his level 3 and 5 power spikes are really good, but to get to the level 3 and 5 power spikes usually means you have to get like 1 or 2 big core kills in the early game, which require you being in the right place at the right time with the right resources.
Got to be able to get the skewer back. I don't think Zai cares too much. He's going to keep fighting it out. Boxi's closing in. Blood Grenade on the two of them will actually help alleviate a bit of pressure. Oh, time for the Lotuses. Who's going to get it?
That.
23 is going to commit, and he's going to have to maybe eat it right away and try and kill Zai. And he does manage to kill Zai. Now he's going to go for the kill on Boxi. Gale goes out. He's going to kite it backwards, but Boxi is going to die first. 23 doesn't even fall.
You can't give up the Lotus there when you have dominant lane position with 2 lane-winning heroes. This is a last pick Legion with a Veno support, and you're giving up the Lotus. You pay a big price. You don't get the return suicide from Ollie, but
Yeah, he just ran down the lane because he needs to bring regen back, I believe, for our carry, 23 Savage.
I mean, the only thing they have going for him is 23 didn't get the early ring purchase for the regen on the lane, but he got a lot of gold out of that exchange. That is not what Liquid are looking at for in that dual lane, and Jabz did get his ring, so he's on his way to Vanguard. This AM is just going to free farm down here. I don't think Liquid can really stop him. Another reason I think this pick is totally fine. If you throw this hero in a lane like that, Enchantress lane, and he's getting bullied out of the lane and beat up, that's a different matter. But in this type of game with a Bat Rider support, this is just a strong dual offlane.
Oh, that is a little questionable. I mean, we'll see what Mikoto does with this, but all he TP'd mid to refill the bottle, because Nisha also got the same treatment, but it does mean that that healing salve that he has for 23, he's only just now delivering it. 23 was kicked out of the lane for this entire period that Ollie was mid.
It's a trade-off, right? He was definitely going to miss some waves here, but now he'll be back up to full. You got a lot of XP and gold off the kills. I feel like it was worth it just because this lane for Liquid is kind of like a pressure kill lane. So you getting more out of that early exchange is probably not in the expected outcome for Talon anyway. It's just a free bonus.
I guess I'm just questioning whether or not Ollie should have TP'd mid. Was the bottle refill necessary?
I think it's fine.
Okay.
It was a good refill. Like, Mikoto can do a lot of work in this game. I mean, helping your boy out versus Nisha is always good versus Liquid, I think, because I feel like a lot of the games they win rely on his momentum, which hasn't been great lately.
No, it has not.
Another reason I think their games have looked rough.
I mean, that was one of the worst performances I've seen from Nisha that last game.
It's tough. It's just not synced up with him and the supports. Nobody can do everything on their own.
miCKe gonna have all of his mana burned away by Jabz. They do manage to get the kill on Q, and of course Jabz can't kill the Morphling. He can take away all his mana, but can't stop that Morph strength.
This is some strong early lane setups for Liquid. I mean, they have 3 cores on top right now. It's kind of what I expected from these heroes. They're just going to out-CS you. It's pretty hard for Talon to stop. They just want to get into the mid-game in a solid position where the Empower with the 2 other cores will take over. So again, the onus is on Liquid here, in my opinion, to pick up the pace in the next 10 minutes here, get some Storm momentum especially. I do not want to see another like 0-2-0 game for Nisha or something, right? I feel like that just spells death for this type of lineup. Which means bring the supports to them, contest the runes, fight it out. You have Veno. Veno is great at these early skirmish fights. Does a crap ton of damage, guarantees kills. I mean, yeah, just like that. It's easy pickings.
On one side, they kill Ollie. On the other side, iNSaNiA denies the Arcane Rune. So
it's good momentum. This is what you have to keep building on. I don't even get the D-ward here. Force Mikoto off of it.
Bouncing him back. Q trying to help out, but Mikoto just can't brave it against all these heroes.
Man,
Like
power
comes
shots
in,
hurt.
another refill.
Well, Zai gets skewered into the tower, but double bracer plus chainmail. You will walk it off top. Still 23 getting some pushback here. And I mean, the question is, can you punish, not boxing the jungle, but can you punish Jabz bottom? I feel like that is the one area where Liquid can go and kill. You can rotate the Storm, you can rotate the Veno, but it's a Blink AM. I don't know. It feels like Talon, again, similar to game 1, it feels like Talon are just getting out of the lanes here. And it's not going to be that easy for Liquid to find the pickoffs with the Storm. Because the support damage follow-up's pretty low, right? Okay, you jump with Vortex, you pull an AM, you pull a mag into what? I think it's got to be a duel.
Yeah.
Or until you have support ults. That's another big factor here. Every time we see this support Veno, I go back to this hero needs 6. The ult is really what unlocks this hero in terms of the kill potential. Which is kind of what he wants to be doing. I mean, you can't jungle with this hero. Old puppy style. Just do it up with the wards and build some auras and then blame your team when you lose, but you really want to be killing.
So you think that's what Puppy did?
No, I just said puppy style. I mean, puppy won.
Oh, okay. Sure.
You think I'm going to flame the greatest Dota player of all time?
Disrespecting Miracle's name like that. How dare you?
I think it's hilarious that if you call anybody in Dota the greatest Dota player of all time, you piss off like 70% of the Dota population. Yeah. Like more than half is always mad.
Good catch here. Good first opening duel for Liquid.
Is under attack.
These are your 2 kill threats. It's the Storm Jump and the duel. That is what Liquid have to play through. You need to bring the damage behind them. Create those openings. Start building the momentum. Duel damage is going to be really important to help their scale. And Nisha is just getting forced off mid. He has not gotten a power rune this game. Instead, it will be shield rune for Mikoto. Very tanky Wind Ranger. Looks like it's at the Atos rush as well, on top of the treads. This is where this mid hero just gets incredibly tanky early on. Finally, strength items, full wand, fairy fire, raindrop, crown.
I mean, maybe Nisha's being pushed off the lane, but he can just jungle from here on out. Boxi takes over the mid lane. I think that's still kind of a problem for Talon.
It's okay. The thing is, Talon are okay with playing this game slow because Jabz is just farming in the off lane.
Yeah.
Like, in a way, this AM, is he going to go carry items? That's the question here. Is he going the Vanguard Diffusal, or is he going something else? I mean, he has Empower, too. Surely he's going Diffusal.
Yeah, just let the Empower. You don't need that battle.
I could also just see a Manta Rush. Doesn't seem too bad here.
Sure. Quick reaction against the potential duel threat.
Yeah, or like you blink Mantle on the Storm or the Morphling off a Shackle, you just burn so much more mana as well.
Yeah.
It's a good offensive tool, decent farming item. You have Empower to back it up. Like casual Yasha on the Agi heroes with Empower is very efficient. It's about as efficient as Diffusal. I think it's more, actually. I think Yasha, Crystallis are the most efficient damage items in the game when you have Empower? I'm not sure.
Opening Shackle shot, nice sneaky kill from Mikoto.
He was on 400 HP, and that is what a power shot does to you.
Q, he was lined up against Boxi 1v1, but then Nisha came in to interrupt that one. They will trade out those supports, though, thanks to the rotation back from Mikoto.
Yeah, at least Nisha has a regen rune running here.
Oh. He still has Mana Void. Nisha's got to be careful.
He's out of there. He's out of there. Want to keep that rune up. Keep farming. This is a lot of space for Zai top. Does take that tower. Continues to progress up the ladder here. This is a very farmed Legion commander in a very good Legion game. There's not much to counteract the Blink Blade Mail duels when they come in later, right? It's pretty much just a free-for-all. He's going to duel anybody. I guess you have Wind Run, but...
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, late game, you might need some sort of like E-Blade or something. Somebody.
Wind Waker? I don't know.
Yeah.
Lincoln Spheres?
Because you're right, there are 0 saves against a Blink duel.
What are these lines on the map?
A lot of circling the top part of the map. Not sure.
I mean, I feel like that's Liquid saying we need to get in here. Start farming all of this, taking away the space.
Yeah, bring Nisha, and that could be his farming area. And then you have a potential threat. Anybody shows up, you could get the Storm Spirit initiation that leads into the duel.
Look at this dire triangle stack, man. That's
yeah, it was massive.
Mega ancient stack being cleared by Q off the Bat Rider smoke action.
Yeah, this is twice now that they stack up for this Q Bat Rider, and well, he doesn't take.
Yeah, Mikoto kind of just jacked it all.
Yeah, but he's still like Q still gets a decent amount out of it.
Q looked pretty sad actually. Like, dude, come on, man.
Oh, nice shackle. Mikoto just nails these. And look at him sidestep the Gale. I mean,
this man's dirty dancing on him. You like that movie?
Patrick Swayze?
It's got Patrick Swayze.
Of course. It's got Patrick Swayze. I love it.
Everybody likes Patrick Swayze. Double
baby in
damage rune for Mikoto. Another rune denied from Nisha as he continues to look for momentum. 2-0.
Yeah, it looks for an initiation that fails.
Just tough. Talon are playing very defensively here, right? The only hero they're really showing out in the wilderness is Jabz, and Vanguard Anti-Mage, not that easy of a gank for Liquid. It becomes obvious if you just run heroes down there. So he has 0 deaths. He's continuing to farm up. Will be that Diffusal. No, it will be the Manta Rush. Look at that.
Call.
Sometimes,
every once in a while,
I get something right. That said, it is Jabz, so I don't know if I wanted to get what Jabz was thinking right, but we'll take it.
Your time covering Southeast Asia has an outcome. It's warped your ideas of Dota, Avery.
I understand the madness now. I mean, I think it is the correct call here. I think it's going to pay off. Another good shackle.
Opening global silence. He dies so fast in the blade mail.
Oh my god. The
RP
DD.
as well. They're going to be able to catch the Storm Spirit. He's dead. Lasso and Mana Void being put to work there. They wanted to make sure he stayed dead. No chance for a zip away. Boxi going to be run down here as well with a Shockwave pullback and a couple of hits. Boxi.
That looked way too easy.
It did. That blade mail was supposed to protect him against the focus fire from Mikoto, but the shackle shot opening gave him just enough time.
I don't know, this just feels like a forced push in a way, right? Like, maybe not forced. I don't think it's a bad push, but you just kind of walk in and then you just get global and you all die. That's, I don't know, it feels like the read is off. Right? This is not the like fast, decisive, good move Liquid we're used to seeing. I feel like if you go back a couple months, that would have been the smoke wrap on a tower. You find Silencer, you duel him. Maybe you wait for Legion Blink here. Maybe you just jump the Storm in. But this global, if you don't find the global, it's going to destroy in these early engagements. You have no Dispel. Okay, it's a great Legion save game, but the Legion can't say anything, so she's not saving you. I feel like Liquid is walking into that. The defensive formation for Talon is just... it's way too good here. And again, I think they're very confident in their late game. I think Talon thrive when they feel like the late game is secured for them. That is when this team is the most comfortable. It's when they just progress through the objectives they want to hit. It's where the Jabz carry pays off. I think they're in another one of those positions. You're going to have to run into global in this game to make aggressive action happen with the Legion duels and the Storm jumps. And that's where you're setting yourself up for global turnaround, Mana Void turnaround, RP turnaround.
It's a lot of turnaround.
I mean, they're going to turn you around so much, you're back to dancing with Patrick Swayze here.
Well, speaking of Patrick Swayze, Zai turns into a ghost. And now the silence out on the Storm Spirit. He's dead as well. Out of mana, power shot. Oh, the heals. Oh, but a great shackle shot, and Jabz commits for the kill. Again, just a little bit off. He needs to just a little bit closer. Come on, get him. Power shot. Nails him in the end. Nisha was trying to dodge it as best he could, but simultaneously needed to stay ahead of Jabz. Couldn't do both.
And Mikoto putting on a Wind Ranger clinic out here. Slacks is somewhere crying in a dungeon basement right now.
Oh no, what happened to him?
That's the CIA operation, but Tiro is looking great, making it work. Early Atos pickup into landing every power shot and landing every shackle. I mean, that certainly helps.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why all these other Wind Rangers don't look so good.
Yeah, just land your ability.
Yeah, just land all your spells.
Turning into the Wind Ranger, trying to hit a shackle shot. Can't do it as well as Mikoto, though. Mikoto might just get caught by this, and yes, the duel lands. A big win for Liquid. Another duel kill, but also putting down this Mikoto Wind Ranger that was picking up some serious steam. They get 1,000+ gold out of that.
It's a huge kill. Huge streak to get. It's also really good that Zai gets it because it's going to help him push towards this blink, which was just getting stalled out right here. And the timings on these Legion items are really important. Like, this is a pure snowball offlaner. You want to keep getting the duels. Every time you get a duel, it makes the next one easier. Every time you are not finding that damage, your next timing becomes that much harder. Blink is the big initiation power here for Liquid. Something they lacked a little bit of last game. It'll make these jumps easier. They can just start hunting on the map, making the space for the Morphling. As miCKe, he's still the most farmed core in this game. Still has some decent matchups here. Manta finished. There's the first Dispel online. This is also something very important to keep track of here if you're Talon. Which of these Liquid heroes have the Dispels, which don't for the global? Because you can just kind of global the Storm, global the Legion, and run them down with a Focus Fire or an AM into the Mana Void, and there's not much counterplay.
Sure. Well, I don't know. I feel like that was a unique scenario. I don't know how often Mikoto wants to be focus firing the Legion commander. That Blade Mail is pretty dangerous.
Blade Mail's whatever, man.
All right. We'll see.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Manta Anti-Mage.
What do you mean we'll see?
We'll see.
I mean, you just run out of range, you know? You just kill them through it.
Well, that is what happened last time, but Mikoto also got down to like 200 HP, so we'll see.
A worthy sacrifice.
Man, Q is just taking all kinds of neutrals away from the Liquid side of the map.
Yeah, this is efficient farm right now. He's getting fat and he's taking it away, so that's just doubly good.
Harpoon's done, so there's kind of, in a weird way, a sort of save against the duel. Somebody gets dueled, you could Harpoon the Legion, skewer him way out of there. What, you didn't like that one?
Does it actually work like that?
I mean, it's in, like, they'll still chase after each other, but you'll be able to kind of pull your guy out of position, and also you'll stop hitting the Legion commander for a little while.
I mean, why does Harpoon work on a dual target?
Huh? Force movement works. You could pull him apart. You could skewer him away.
I thought you can't force staff someone in duel.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Am I going insane?
Maybe I'm going insane.
One of us is losing our mind. That's what Dota does to you. It makes you question things you know, and suddenly you don't know them anymore.
I mean, you could definitely skewer him away, right?
Sure.
Sure.
I don't know if that the Harpoon... I think the Harpoon might just, like, drag the magnet. I don't know. We'll find out. Global to try and save from this
That
duel,
is not going to save him. The duel...
Wait, that was a... Was that a... No, that was not a double duel. All right.
Nisha does manage to get away here in the top lane. That was a close call. Gale, zip back in from Nisha, going for Mikoto, and they've got the extra mana to give to Nisha too, so he can maybe keep fighting this one. Nice shackle shot though. Mikoto gets to be able to disengage.
Saves that Aegis for another day. Looks like 23 wants to get active.
Yeah. Oh!
What? Oh
Gotcha.
my God, that must have been right on the tip.
That's all you need, just the tip.
I guess so. Skeleton drops dead, claim his bones, his flowers, and add another notch to the belt here for Mikoto, who is just styling.
And 23 having the same plan as Q. They just take farm away from Liquid.
I mean, that's a damn good plan if you can get away with it.
BKB now done for Mikoto. This Wind Ranger becomes tougher and tougher to touch. Watch that one, yeah. Meanwhile, back inside the game, a successful duel on Mikoto. Now can they get out? Because he did have that Aegis, so.
I'm gonna burn the Aegis, but you get the dual damage. A worthy trade. Zai with 66, so he's having a decent Legion game here. Making it work.
Okay, Morphling that turns into a Wind Ranger with the Aghanim Scepter, that sounds really scary.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I think this Wind Ranger Axe is one of the most broken in the game, but we don't really see it too much.
Yeah, it seems to be more like a 4th, 5th, 6th item sort
I feel
of
like
deal.
you can get it earlier, though. I'm kind of surprised we don't. I mean, there's your blade mail.
Again.
Yeah, nice blade mail there, Cap.
Okay, well, he's
Really
got
stopping him.
BKB now.
Oh, so blade mail doesn't do anything versus BKB. Why is that, by the way?
I don't know.
I feel like that's one of those things that should have been changed so long ago. Like, this item is not bought on anybody except Legion and Axe.
Got him! Global Silence too, and Jabz is nearby. Can they burn the mana? They'll have to use the RP just to ensure it.
I mean,
But-
you have to use that RP.
Oh, yeah.
That's another huge kill. And Nisha, I mean, he went this Kaya Seange. Makes him tanky, but it does not help him with the global. And that's the problem. The second the storm goes in, you just global him, and I think he's gone. There's not much counterplay until you have Legion BKB, then Zai can BKB and save him.
Killed.
That part will make some sense here in the later fights for Liquid as they continue to try and push towards miCKe's timings, but man, Talon are farming up a storm. I mean, look at Q's net worth in this game. He's just going BKB. Is this a support bat or is this a core bat, man? I know what you're laughing. I know what you're laughing at.
That was the season 19 joke. We'll leave it there. Gets the Mikoto. Didn't have the BKB.
Got the Wind
23
Run.
looking at though. Wind Run was good enough. And now it looks like Zai's going to be the one to die. They still jump in. Nisha really wants to kill Mikoto and finally gets it, but he's going to be completely out of mana after that fight. So it just means that Talon could keep chasing, I think, without fear, but they don't.
A nice pickoff for Nisha. That Wind Run was coming up in 1 second. That's the problem. You duel this Wind Ranger, she gets Wind Run off. You're just missing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You need some nullifiers at some point in this game. It's going to be another issue that Liquid are going to have to deal with. Still, we haven't felt miCKe's presence in these fights. That's a huge factor missing for Liquid. In fact, the largest factor missing for them. He will finish up Ags. Pretty big item pickup in this game versus the Magnus. You can never nail him. You remove a lot of Talon's damage in the fight. You can empower yourself and then just start going to town. Can always steal that Wind Ranger as well. The spells are amazing here for miCKe. The Shackles, the Wind Run. Great Wind Run game.
BKB next for 23 Savage. This Magnus is scaling nicely alongside the AM. Will this Morphling be able to outcarry the two of them?
Looks like Talon just want to make an aggressive move. Jabz keeping down here, getting in power. 5-man smoke.
Why is that? Did they just hit a certain item timing?
Not really. I think they just feel they don't want to give Liquid too much space, and they have this Blink Bat Rider. Like, the initiation's pretty free with Global up. Maybe they thought they'd just catch someone down here, but these 5-man smokes are hard to hit. That said, they found the best target.
Did they get him? Got him, but he morphed into strength. They're gonna hit him with the RP anyway. Even though the more strength got out, they hit him with the shackle as well, and all of this damage is gonna be enough. Use enough ultimates and throw enough heroes at him, and that morph strength will not be able to recover.
And that is a hard smoke to hit on the Morphling of all heroes. Like, that's a 5-man smoke. You're taking everybody off the map. I think Liquid are vacating their jungle too, but one camp too long for miCKe. And again, if he's the one getting gone on, there can't be a save coming out into this global yet until Zai has BKB. He is still 600 away from that. So the counterplay is just never going to be there. I mean, even if it is, there's a bunch of stun follow-ups and stuff as well.
Jabz is going to go a Lincoln, so he's trying to deal with the obvious Legion Commander counter. It does mean you have to make sure not to use counterspell. Nisha, whoa! Close call, they'll get iNSaNiA instead.
Instant TP's
Meanwhile,
top.
the rotation's coming out from Mikoto, though, and he didn't get off Blade Mail, or he'd already used it earlier.
Used it earlier.
What did he use it on?
Maybe he was like procking him off the Firefly.
And
Stop the
Nisha
blink.
still dies bottom lane. It looks like they saw the rotation from Mikoto top, and Liquid thought it was okay to fight down here, but no, they're running into vision.
Talon have a lot of carries, and they're just spreading them across the map right now. Jabz feels invincible in this game. They do not have anti-mage answers. He had like the one bad death, but 4-1 and 8, he's cruising. Lincoln's up. Now he's even harder to deal with.
I mean, if there's one thing that Dota knows how to play, it's a lineup with multiple carries.
That's for damn sure. That's every single pub for that region.
Radiant's bottom
I don't know how you
is
felt
under
about it, but
attack.
when I was playing C-Pubs, I felt like a god because I was the only, like, support player.
Well, I didn't feel anything because I don't play C-Pubs.
Oh. Oh,
I
that's a
played them
shame.
once in my career. I went to an ESL Malaysia, I think, like 5 years ago, and
You didn't play it for that GES?
never
one?
played them ever again in my life.
Oh, wow. That
Yeah.
It really left
It was
mark
a
on you, huh?
traumatic experience.
I actually like C-Pubs.
Radiant's
Well,
bottom tower
yeah.
is under attack.
That makes sense.
I think that's a compliment.
It's not a compliment. It's a very distinctly not a compliment.
Don't listen to him, C-fans. That was a compliment.
All right, I'll rant about this. But C-Pubs, you know why C-Pubs are bad? Because they're too, like, they play to the last minute, man. It's
Yeah, that's great.
annoying as hell. Just stop. Just stop, man. Like, you're down 40K, and it's like, let's smoke and take it. No, there's no smoke. You've been, but they yell at each other. That's the thing. They play to the end.
Yeah.
It's some weird toxic PMA.
Yeah, talking shit all the time?
Yeah, they all hate each other, but they're like, if you don't want to play because you've been flamed for 30 minutes, they're like, why are you giving up? It's because you verbally abused me for the last half hour. So, it's like, you're just supposed to put up with it and play.
Yeah, you are.
If I want to put up with 30 minutes of verbal abuse to win a game, I'll go back to competitive. I'll go play on a North American team, goddammit.
I thought you would be the one dishing it out in those teams.
I mean, they take a mental toll on you. This game is taking a mental toll on Liquid
the high
BKB.
ground.
It's done for Zai. You got to find the jump.
Oh,
but the
we hit
jump
him with the
finds
RP.
you.
Stop there. Initiation. Skewer back onto 3 with Global Silence over the top of it. The Mana Void does some damage to get the Harpoon. Back onto miCKe. Where are you going? Absolutely nowhere. Straight to a grave. That's where you're going, miCKe. Skewer stopping Nisha from getting his. Oh, it's
call
done.
it.
It's out. They're done. Throw in the towel. They just tap out.
I mean, I agree this game is over, right? You're looking at these net worths. You are not winning this game. That's just a desperation smoke. Man, Liquid are not in form right now, and they are struggling, but hey, Talon get a 2-0 for the day. That's a nice start right there. Pat him on the tummy, give him a good job.
Who cares about going to Bali, man?
Well,
Don't qualify for Bali. Get a win get your revenge over Liquid. That's
that does
the
feel
important
nice.
matchup.
Yeah, this was a mental block team
Yeah.
for Talon the whole year. So yeah, maybe Liquid's not